In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to make the exercise sweep with 3D sketch on page 1-9 of your textbook. So first, I'm going to go to the sketch ribbon. I'm going to expand the drop-down arrow below sketch, and I'm going to start a 3D sketch. I'm looking at it isometrically. I'll use mouse gestures to activate line, and then I'm just going to click on the origin, move away, and again I'm going to use the tab to switch to the YZ plane. Make sure I get that along Z relationship, click to place it. Now I want to switch to the XZ plane, so I'm going to tab till I get there, and I'm going to continue to create my shape by switching the plane I'm sketching in, so I'm in the right plane each time before I draw a line. And I'm going to draw this basic shape. Again, always pressing tab to switch the plane. I'm going to zoom out a bit. So I want to be in the XZ or ZX plane. I want the along X relationship here. And I can still do this one in the ZX plane, and this time it'll be along Z. Same plane, this time along X. Now I need to switch to the XY or YZ plane. I'm going to come straight up and get the along Y. I'm going to move off, and any issues I have I'll go back and I'll correct as I fully define it with my dimensions. And this time again I want to switch back to the XZ plane. I'm going to come along X, click, and still in that plane I'll finish my sketch with a line that's along Z, and I'll push escape to stop. I'll fit the geometry to the screen, and it looks a little messed up. It's okay. We're going to fix it as we go. So I'm going to activate dimension using mouse gestures, and I'll make this entity 5 inches long. Everything will rescale. This will also be 5 inches long, and it's updating itself. More things are getting fully defined as we go. Again, I'm going to continue to dimension. And if I dimension one of these lines and it's not fully defined, I'll leave dimensioning and I'll fix it before I continue on. So following his design intent, the next thing I have is the space between these two entities. If it gave me an angle there, I would know they're not parallel. It doesn't. It's giving me a dimension, so I know they are. So I can go ahead and dimension that, and again, it'll fix itself as we go, or I'll stop and fix it. So we notice this one didn't turn black to be fully defined when I was done dimensioning it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this dimension yet. Then I'm going to push escape. So I can do several things here. First I'm going to select this line. I see I didn't get the along X that I wanted. So I'm just going to come up here and choose it. I got along X, and that fixed everything up here. So that's great. Use mouse gestures, go back into dimension, select this entity, and continue fully defining it. I see this one didn't fix itself, so I'll fix that in just a minute. So I'm going to push escape. So again, I'm going to select this entity, hold control, select this entity, and in this case they're going to be collinear. And I have a problem. Somewhere I've added a relationship I don't want or can't have, and I'm not sure what it is, but that's okay. I'm going to come down here where it says no solution found and click on it, and tell SOLIDWORKS to diagnose the problem and create a bunch of possible solutions. And I'll watch what happens. So here it's saying get rid of this, but you'll notice all of this will go blue, and I don't want that. So let's see what the next solution is. So I'm going to keep tabbing through the solutions until I find the one that I think is appropriate. So in this case, it wants to get rid of this distance, but the sketch will stay fully defined. And that's fine, because I've made these two equal somewhere. So I'm going to accept this. I'll accept that solution, say OK. And now my sketch is fully defined. I'll exit the sketch. And the next thing I need to do is I need to sketch in this plane up here. So there's my front plane. I'm just going to draw a regular sketch in it. So I'll right click on it and say sketch, look normal to. I want to create a polygon. Come up and click, push escape. This line here will be horizontal. Activate Smart Dimension, The inscribed circle is 0.875. I do want a 6-sided figure, so I'm happy with that. I'll say OK. Go back to the isometric view, exit my sketch, and now I can create a swept feature. So I'll go to Features. Notice the sketch is highlighted. As soon as I say Swept Boss, it'll recognize that's the profile to sketch. Sorry, that's the profile to sweep. So now it's asking me what's the path, so I'll select this sketch. But you'll notice I didn't fix the corners here. I didn't make them filleted. So we'll say OK. And this is how it looks without the corners filleted. It's not a problem. Like anything, I can go back into this sketch and I can edit it. And I can say I meant to add some fillets, so I'll do that now. Make my fillet 1 inch. And I'll select the corners where I need it filleted. And I'll just keep working my way around, adding the fillet. So I'll right click to accept the fillets, say OK, exit the sketch, it will rebuild, and now I've completed the exercise.